To all my people out there, how is everyone doing? Hope everyone is enjoying themselves and having a very lovely, relaxing Monday night. I know I am. I'm just sitting here uploading some videos to my other channel and just sitting here chilling. I'm thinking about making some sushi for dinner from scratch, but we'll see how motivated I am to actually get up and do this because I've never made sushi from scratch before. But enough about that. Let's talk about the news. In the news today, the word on the curb, in case you haven't heard, is that Miss Nene Leakes is dropping her lawsuit that she filed earlier this year, I want to say, or was it last year? My journalism sucks, yeah, I know. But she filed a lawsuit against Bravo and Truly Original Entertainment and against Andy Cohen. And today, there are reports coming out. I heard it first on Kempire. Shout out to Kempire, one of my favorite bloggers. I love him so much. I heard it first on his channel that she was dropping his lawsuit. And he said the same thing that I said, that I was thinking. When I first heard that she dropped it, it's like, wait, did she settle? Because she was talking about getting that mini BBL. So it's funny how our minds are both in sync with each other, thinking like that. I'm sure we weren't the only people that thought that. I'm sure there's many other, but I thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, did she must have just got some money because that surgery costs money, and I don't know. I'm not counting Nene's coins, but I know she's not bringing in as much as she probably was bringing in when she was doing the Real Housewives of Atlanta because that was like $1 million plus check that she was bringing in. So that was a lot. I'm not really sure how her restaurant is doing. I don't know. Haven't really heard much about that. I'm pretty sure she had to raise her prices like everyone else did due to the inflation and the cost of food going up, which has really been so hard for so many people. And if you're out there dealing with that right now, man, I'm just big hugs to you and just hang in there. And I know it's hard sometimes, but you just gotta stay and you just gotta keep going, and get some help. There's help out there. Look for resources in your neighborhood. Call 211 if you don't have enough food to eat. Find a food shelf. I know you guys know this is basic things, but I know a lot of people are struggling out there, and it just really concerns me. I was talking to one of my friends today, and he was telling me that his grocery bill would be like $60 normally, and now he's saying it's like double that for the same amount of food that he was getting. Me, I don't worry a lot about food because I drink a lot of protein shakes, and I think that helps me to save money because of that. And I'm on meth, legal meth. It's called Ritalin. I got it from my doctor. And meth has a tendency, legal meth, that I got from my doctor, to take away your appetite sometimes, which I don't know why they don't prescribe it to people that are morbidly obese. Because some of those people might have ADHD, which is why they have addiction issues and motivation issues and depression and all of that. I'm just saying. So back to the story at hand. Back to Nene. I got this lovely picture from Nene from her Instagram. I think this is the video where she's talking about getting a mini BBL, which I'll talk about in a minute. Here's how I feel about this. I feel kind of. I don't think she settled just because I think usually when you settle a lawsuit, you have to. Usually they come to some agreement where it's closed. Pretty much, the case is closed, and you can't come back and sue them again in the future. It's just the end of it. I'm pretty sure that's usually how it happens. But, I'm no lawyer. But that's just, and I've been seeing that in the comments that I've been reading as well. Also, anyone think it's weird she was just talking about Andy Cohen and how she had some evidence against him. And now this whole thing comes out with her dropping the laws. If anything, you would have think that the fact that she has some recordings would push things forward. Unless she acquired those recordings in some type of illegal way. Which I think in her state, Georgia, but I don't know where she recorded him. That could be a thing. I don't know how that works if you're on a phone with someone. If they're in another state, how does the law work? If you're in Georgia and they're in California or some state where you can't record people without their consent or without their acknowledging, then how does that work? Someone let me know. Because I don't know much about the law. All I know is what I've seen from watching court TV shows and, Judge Judy, Judge Mathis, and, the OJ case, all of that. So, yes, this is just crazy. I don't know how I feel about this because even if she did settle, I think it kind of makes her look like not. It makes people not take her serious in a way. I think. I mean, you can settle, but I thought it was just about this movement of bringing down this racist Bravo and standing for black women and protecting black women and all these things. Like, what is going to be, you know, what's the reconciliation? How is this thing rectified except for her gaining some monetary compensation? How is this going to improve things? The things that she was addressing, saying that were wrong with the Bravo, her allegations of racism and all the other things that she alleged in her lawsuit. It just, I don't know. Maybe I was watching, what's that show on Fox with Claudia Jordan, The Queens, Cocktails with Queens. And they were saying how she might be running out of money and that's why she dropped the lawsuit, because it was just costing too much. Not that she's run out of money, but that it's just costing her too much money. So she just decided that it just wasn't worth it to go forward with it, because she's not bringing in the same amount of income that she was bringing in when she was on that TV show. Bringing that TV show had to certainly make a huge impact on her income, because even I think being on that show, if she was on that show when she launched her lounge, the Lanithia, I'm pretty sure it would have helped the business in a better, in a more positive way, and just a good way. Just because you're on TV and you got that free promotion. It was a really sweet deal being on that show, honestly. I can't see how you messed that up. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't stand for anything, because I've been through discrimination, like for real discrimination. Not saying that she hasn't been through it, but I've really been through that. I'm going through that a lot in the culinary arts world. Yeah, it's real. And I'm actually thinking about litigating myself, filing some lawsuits against him for him. I actually today was looking for a lawyer to file a lawsuit against a former employer that wrongfully terminated me and just discriminated against me, and on more than one occasion. Different job sites. I don't know why I worked for them again. I guess wishful thinking that maybe it was just the management at that location, and that's why I was having issues. And I think there was more to that. Now, obviously, and I don't want to go too much on myself, because this is about Nene, and I have ADHD. I have a tendency to do that. I digress all day long. Digress. Nene. A lot of people are saying that she maybe work something out where she might have a show on the network. If that's true, I think that that's a really bad idea for Bravo. I would not bring her back, because who's to say she's not going to do all this again? I'm just saying. It seems like this is kind of a habit for Miss Nene. Who's to say that she would not file another lawsuit in the future, cause more of a, injure another crew member, and all the countless other things that she's done. And here's the crazy thing. She's always trying to point out how other people have done things. Oh, well, Teresa has done this, and this one has done this, and this one has done this, and this one. You have done all of those things. Okay. You one person have done like all these different individual things that the housewives have done. You've done that many things by yourself. Okay? Name another housewife that has done as many things as you, as many offenses, as many violations. As far as like putting your hands on people and or the allegations of that, because we never really saw any actual video footage of her touching anyone. But there was allegations that she put her hands on Kim, and that she also put her hands on a producer and sent them to the hospital. So there's that. I wouldn't take a chance if I was Bravo and we're working with her again. Maybe I'm not saying that she's gonna do that again, because maybe she has learned her lesson. This whole thing could have humbled her, so she might not want to. She might not want to go that route anymore. She might just do things differently in the future. So there's that possibility. But it's just it's a huge chance you got to take at this point, and all the embarrassment and shame that she's brought to that company, to that organization, with those accusations of racism. A lot of people did go along with that and boycott, and I think that's part of the reasons why their numbers have been down. And not just that, the show kind of sucks now. I think it's kind of ran its course. I hate to say it, and I hate to be that one, but at least it has for me. You know, just like back in the day on the Howard Stern show, they would say, if you started getting offended by the things that he said, you graduated. Well, I think I might have graduated from watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I watched one episode this season, and that was the first episode, and it was so whack to me. And it was like coming off of Candy show, Candy and Again, which was a really good, fun loving, light hearted show that I just loved so much. And it was just like rainbows and unicorns and cornbread. Okay. It was so good. And then you go to this nasty yuck that if you ever worked in a fast food restaurant, you have to clean the soda machine. There's all that gook and gluck and gook on there. That's what the Real Housewives of Atlanta reminds me of. It's just so negative and gross and ugh. It started out like that, but maybe that means I'm growing up. I'm maturing. I am getting older, you know. So that could be it. It's just I'm just not interested in seeing people just shade each other all day long. It's just kind of dumb, especially all the shit that we've been through this past couple of years. Who the hell wants to sit through that? And I do miss Nene on the show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though I criticize her a lot, I've made videos talking about her, and she annoys the hell out of me sometimes. You know, nobody's perfect. We all have our flaws. That's what makes us who we are, and in some ways, that makes us perfect, because we're all different individuals, and that's amazing and great. We don't want to be the same, but there's just the nastiness. I just don't like to see it all the time. I'd rather see her being funny and joking, that fun side to her, that's laughing and joking, the comedic side to her, and to throw in a light shade. But I don't want to see her spitting on people. I don't want to see her making fun of pregnant women, and I just don't want to see her doing all of that anymore. She's getting older, and it just looks more ridiculous the older you get to behave like that. So that's all I'm saying. And I don't think she should go back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's just making her small. I really think she's a huge personality. She is an icon. Let's just admit it. She's a reality TV icon. Okay? She's one of the best to do it. And she doesn't need to keep coming back to that show. I think there should be enough interest in her where she should be able to just do a project where she's standing on her own, outside of relying on a cast full of catty women to just fight with. I think she needs to elevate to something like a show like the Real or The View. She needs to be on some type of panel like that where she's discussing, and maybe shading and things like that, but with a panel of women and discussing current events, hot topics, and whatnot. But not sitting on a reality show and spitting on popcorn seeds and fighting and running around with your titties hanging out and just doing this and making fun of a woman's ass for the past 10 years. We know it's lopsided and she needs to get it fixed, you know. At least you could have gave her some numbers to some You could have brought, if you wanted to be shady, you could have actually just brought a surgeon on there to talk to her. That would have been some good shade. That would have been funny. But spitting popcorn seeds out at a woman that just had her husband announce to her that he was divorcing her. Even for me, dude, I'm pretty savage. I can be pretty gutter, man. I'm from Chicago, okay? I'm a Sagittarius, just like Nene. Our birthdays are like a few days apart. So, I have like the power to be extremely nice and use my words to be kind and good, or just to just be really nasty and evil. And, it's like the devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other. That's what I am. We all are, but Sagittarius people are like wordsmiths. So we're really good with words, and she can she's really good with words. She's amazing. So she looks good in this photo. I think her makeup looks nice. The eyebrows look kind of weird. Did you know the thin eyebrows came back? Like, what the hell? The pencil thin, Pamela Anderson, Baywatch, 90s, those eyebrows. I remember those eyebrows. I had those eyebrows, and like a lot of women, I plucked them and lost a lot of them because of that. And it's crazy how it's coming. I'm not plucking any more eyebrows though. Like they can come back. They can go away or whatever. I'm just gonna do what makes me happy. I'm not following the trends. But let's get back to the subject. It's hard for me to stay on topic. If you didn't know me, you would think I was on something. Oh, I am. Today I'm on my Ritalin, and I had an ice grande non-fat caramel macchiato from Starbucks. Then I drank a Mexican Coke. You know what? That's way too much sugar. I know. And I'm trying to lose weight. Like, that's never going to happen. Okay, I'm not going to cry. So, yeah. So Nene don't need to go back to Bravo. Nene, keep going. Do your thing. Get your mini BBL. Okay? Do what you got to do. Just do what makes you happy. If that's what makes you happy, you do it. Here's what I think you should do. You should document the whole thing. The surgery, the BBL, all of that. People are so interested in you, and document everything. I'm documenting things. It's not like high production, but it's my little the body camera I got, and I'm doing something, and eventually it'll get classier. Hopefully, that's the thing. That's the dream. She can do something like that. Just get a crew, film yourself. I don't know how the world of entertainment works, but I know people film things sometimes and then they'll shop them around and try to sell it to someone else. I know that's how comedy specials work, but I don't know how reality shows work. She could do another reality show. I just wouldn't do it with the Real Housewives of Atlanta again. But she could do a reality show, and she could do the View type of show, or the Real type of a show. I think with the Real ending, this would be a good opportunity actually for her to get on a show like that, because they're gonna need something to replace that, and it would be good to see like her. Like, who else would be good on a show? Let's get a panel together, the dream panel of women on a show like The Real. A lot of people probably would say Tamar Braxton, but I don't know. I'm not gonna go with Tamar because I'm not really a huge Tamar fan. I think she's kind of obnoxious at times, and it's just too much. I remember after Sandy Hook, I'll never forget this. It's just like, and can you believe it's been almost 10 years this year? It'll be 10 years since that happened. I remember after that happened, she was like, Tay Martians, pray for the Sandy Hook. It's like Tay Martians. Like, why do you have to say that right now? I don't know. I just thought it was distasteful. Maybe I'm being a little too sensitive, but it's just like, why can't you just say pray for the families? Like, why do you have to say the Tay Martians? Like, do you really have to? Anyway, I just think I read into things too much sometimes. Maybe that's what it is. But it's not just that. I watched her on the Braxton Family Values for the few seasons that I watched it, and I didn't really like her attitude at the show. It was just too much. You know, if she wasn't rich, people would be calling her ghetto. Let's just say it. People probably call her ghetto even though she has money. She's bougetto. Okay? Bougie and ghetto. I think that Nene, I can't think of anyone else that would be good on there. Who would be good? I would say Wendy Williams, but she would never do a show with Nene. That's not gonna happen. Maybe some YouTubers. Let me see who would be good on there. Who is the shadiest of them all? Oh, like Teaser Tales. I like her a lot. She's shady. Shady AF. Who else is shady? I guess you'd have to balance it out. So I'd have like DJ Richie Sky, because he's not shady, but he's cute and he's funny, and he has like high energy, and he's really nice, just good eye candy, and he's fabulous. So I would definitely put him there. I would like to see. I miss Lawrence and Miss J. Like Miss Lawrence would be good, because he would bring a different element to the from Candy and the Gang. What's his name? Brian. I love him. Put him on the show. Put him on the panel. That's all I can think of right now. I can't think of any more people. I know this video is entirely too long, and I'm probably just rambling, but I'm trying to see, because every time I get out, I'm like, damn, I should have said that. I'm trying to get it all out, like make sure I said everything. Yeah, so Nene dropped a lawsuit. We don't know if she settled, possibly. Don't know what's going on with those tapes that she had. Who knows? And maybe Andy just paid her off for the tapes. He was like, here you go, here's some cash, and he could have bought the tapes from her and just said, look, I'll buy these tapes from you with me saying racist stuff. That's how she's getting this BBL, okay, this surgery. She's good at. And she's like, they did it in exchange, and she was like, okay, I'll drop the lawsuit. I don't know, I'm just speculating some shit. And she could have dropped the lawsuit because of the other lawsuit that is against her from Neone's wife suing her. So she's paying for double the lawyers for that, and all the things with her restaurant, and suing people can be draining, I've heard. So I would like to see her she should do the Fix My Life with Iyanla right now, this first, before she does any other projects, because maybe a show like that will help her. Some type of life coaching type of thing to help her get whatever childhood trauma she went through, because there's obviously something there. I can tell when you're damaged. You can tell when other people are damaged. You can see it in them, and I can see it in her. The hurt that she has, it's something in there. And that's where that pain and aggression comes from. It comes from that pain and hurt that you feel inside. So Nene, we're gonna be watching to see what's gonna happen. Don't go back to Roa. Move on. Do bigger and better things. There's other things out there for you to do. Make a comeback and with your mini BBL, and show them what you're working with, what you got, and leave Bravo and them alone, and get your life together. Go to Iyanla, someone, a preacher. I don't know, Tina Turner. She could help you get into some Buddhism. some Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Best of luck to you, Nene, and we'll be watching to see what's going to happen next.